Oh, video games.
All right. Speaking of video games and possible ways that you could control said video games. So, Sandy...
I shared a message with you guys of a tweet from this Twitter account called Cheap Ass Gamer. I think it's a good account to follow follow sales on stuff. Mm-hmm. But they tweeted that you could get a fidget spinner that controls games on your, I'm thinking mobile phone.
I mean, I don't know. The page for this on so this links to a Best Buy page.
Yeah, it does.
Where
and
you could purchase.
It was only
this.
$3. Fuck.
Yeah, but apparently it. Well, I'll check the link now.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
I'm excited.
But last I checked, the link. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it's
you can't get it anywhere. Anymore.
I guess
it's kind of a bummer.
At that low price, it wasn't
with $3,
last.
I totally should have bought that when you first posted this.
So I'll just So first of all, if you're so for those of you who are listening with audio only, I will link this in the show notes. You can.
Can I read the name of the name of the thing? So what you're looking at today is the Fidgetly Control app-enabled 360-degree motion game controller for $299 via Best Buy. Attached is a beautiful, shining black and blue fidget spinner that is obviously Bluetooth-enabled for gaming pleasure.
I think I got that remaining 20% of that.
You can play video games with this.
You can play video games with a fidget spinner.
Yeah, you can.
It's never been a better time to be a gamer.
So first of all, so you sent this to us. You said find a way to incorporate this into
as a design challenge.
Yeah, you said, hey, you guys make games, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Make some games with this.
I just went, hey, y'all make games, right? Please make something with this, thanks.
So I thought it was only natural that
the
three of us would then discuss ways that we could incorporate this.
We talked about a couple already in the chat.
Well, actually, okay, so sorry to interrupt, but real quick, before we get into it, I have two notes on... Yeah, I guess you guys don't have the Google Doc open.
On the fidget spinner?
So I have two questions. One of which
I don't understand the first question.
How many inputs?
Yeah.
So
with no question mark, by the way.
Yeah.
Both
Matt
questions.
hates punctuation.
Yeah.
It's true. So it just
It's a
gets in the way.
bulleted list, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to count for something.
It doesn't.
So the first question I have is how many inputs, and what I mean by that is it's a 360-degree controller.
Every degree.
So you can spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like 360 degrees of input.
Every degree is an input. So it's basically like those things, those rotations that have a clickiness to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
But like imagine every degree, it doesn't actually click, but in the ball bearings, it detects a degree of motion.
Right. Yeah. Like that is a state.
Yeah.
That the controller can be in.
Yeah. And then it will also recognize what direction it's spinning in by, I'm guessing, like seeing that, the last input was here, the next input was like a positive or negative degree, so we're going clockwise or counterclockwise.
Right. But then I thought, how do you select things? Like in theory, if everything in this game, menus, if everything has to be controlled by this, how do you actually select things? Is there any alternate?
Well, the only solution is that the games designed specifically for this controller have to have radial menus.
Absolutely.
So,
and I'm assuming, I'm going to assume it didn't say this on the description from the Twitter.
Let's look at the picture again.
Yeah, I think this thing might have motion control in it, or like very, very basic gyroscopic control, like you can understand when it's shaking, right? So I think you would shake it to select something.
Shake it, baby.
So you'd spin to like move the cursor on the menu. Right, and then shake it to select.
No,
okay,
I think...
Or you click the center button.
Oh, the center button, also the outside buttons.
Yeah.
The prongs could be
That's
buttons.
what I was wondering.
Yeah, because we ran into a fidget spinner. We happened upon a fidget spinner on Saturday.
Right.
And Matt tried
Just
clicking
hanging out
it
down by
to
the-
see if it lights up. And I'm like,
'cause-
why do you know the interaction of a light up fidget spinner?
You can get fidget spinners that have like each
Oh, that's cool.
tendril.
I like that.
Is something you can click and then it lights up.
I'd say for simplicity, I think probably only the center button clicks.
No,
Okay.
I think it's safe to say that all of them click. The center and
See, the reason
three
why I
triangles.
argue against that is that the core interaction and core fun that comes from a fidget spinner is to spin it, right? And in order to click one of the tendrils, you have to stop that fundamental fun action to input on the device.
You know what?
Which is bullshit.
I think
I want to spin my fidget spinner and input at the same time.
so.
Gamers rise up.
Okay. I'm sure this fidget spinner, the specific one, doesn't do this. But what if we had a fidget spinner where, you know how there's like ball bearings around this one, right? That make it spin.
Yes.
What if that thing was repeated everywhere?
Oh, so you could spin from
From any tendril.
I don't think the like motion would work the same way if you're spinning it from elsewhere, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't think there's motion in it. I think it's just the 3 buttons and spinning
I think it's the one button and spinning.
and motion.
No, I'm gonna cut the motion.
Yeah.
I think
Again,
that
we'll never know
just the
because-
button.
Yeah,
We'll never know
the
'cause
link's
the page is
down.
gone.
So the
Yeah.
button makes this a lot less fun to design for in that, like you spin and then if you have an action, it's on the button, right?
Yeah.
And that sucks, right? So when we first pitched this, I suggested that the only input is spinning, and how you aim is the direction of one of the prongs, and how you shoot is you spin it as fast as you can. And the game is just about shooting in all directions at all times.
Yeah, I mean, for like, it would be easier to design for if you had the button, but maybe for the sake of this discussion, we'll say, let's make this more interesting by saying you can only spin.
I had a new idea as just as you were bringing the laptop around, that I think this controller is perfect for a first-person owl game, where you play as an owl and this is the direction you're looking.
That's good.
And it would just be kind of a almost like the weeping angels from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Right, where like you can't, if you're not looking at them, they move towards you. Right, but you're an owl and there's a bunch of like weeping angels trying to get at you, and you use the fidget spinner to
Just
make
be
sure
other
you
predatory
yeah.
birds. Or
And then you have to do this thing where you're like, oh, do you just spin it really fast and hope that just being able to see them every once in a while will keep them at bay? Or do you like very carefully kind of spin around at certain points, right? So yeah, I think Owl Simulator in the Doctor Who universe 2018 is a very good game for
We need
this.
to get our hands on at least one of these. But didn't we talk about like potentially doing our own kind of game jam?
I talked about that.
Yeah.
And that's like slowly falling apart as my schedule piles up.
If we ever do that, we should have one of these.
Definitely. And then, if we ever make a game with this, we can submit it to Indiecade, or not Indiecade, the International Game, Independent Games Festival, because they have they have a special award just for Alt Control. That's what it's called, because it's alternative controllers. And if you just have a game that has an alternative controller, and if we use this, that counts.
There are game awards that exist for innovation in control
I think
design.
last year the winner was a guy who the entire game was a box of sand, and it had a like Kinect camera that projected down onto it, and then it also had a projector. It had a projector that then projected the screen onto the sand, and you would dig canals, and then you'd
I've seen. Okay, yeah.
It was basically
I
like
saw that. It was really
From
cool.
Dust, I think it was called. Which was
yeah.
that like God game a long time ago.
God game.
But instead, like in real life,
It's a really fucking cool idea. Yeah.
So we could be that, but with fidget spinners.
Yeah,
and
we
a lot
could.
less
My second
artistic.
question, my second question, which is really a joke more than anything, is how do I beat Dark Souls with this?
The spinning is just you rolling.
Absolutely,
So
you read
you
my
roll-
fucking mind.
You roll everywhere.
Yeah. And then,
Everywhere.
wait, what is there any item in the game that lets you do damage while rolling?
Is there?
Yes, you can wear. I don't know if it's only Dark Souls 3 or if it's in the previous games, but there is an armor of thorns.
Yeah,
you can
that's what
wear.
I think that's only in Dark Souls 3, which makes me sad.
And then you
So,
roll
yeah.
into enemies and people to do damage to them.
But how would you determine where to turn? I guess like you slowly spinning is turning, and then spinning it really fast activates roll.
I guess, and then for a moment it would just not take turning input as you.
Well, you'd
spin
have to
fast.
stop it. Like once you stop it, then you go through, and it would take like the acceleration of the rotation into account.
Or you toggle between rolling and turning.
with the click.
With the click.
Holy shit, that's such a good idea. Yeah,
I'm
you
an
could beat Dark
interaction
Souls
designer.
with it. Yeah, no, good job.
Would it be like a hold?
No,
No,
you
no,
click
you
and then
toggle.
it's
Okay, it's
toggled.
a
Yeah, and then
toggle.
Yeah.
those
I was gonna say,
little.
it might
We're gonna
be-
say it lights up as well, and there's different colors
Okay.
for when you're in roll mode or when you're in.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say holding might be quicker, and
There could be a pro mode.
Yeah.
okay,
Pro mode where it changes it.
we'll make it an option.
Yeah. But I'd say toggle is most like user friendly.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But also Dark Souls is can be at least Dark Souls.
I think
3.
Dark Souls. The point of Dark Souls is to be not user friendly.
I would argue Dark Souls 3 moved away from that, and it became very user friendly.
It is very user friendly.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's a faster game than the previous entries in the series, excluding Bloodborne.
Yeah, definitely.
And in some ways, I almost feel like Bloodborne would be better for this, for the frantic rolling.
I feel like no, only because you have to farm for blood vials in Bloodborne, and fuck that. If I had a fidget spinner, like I could do it if I always had the same amount of Estus flasks, I could do the same thing over and over. But no, I fucked up enough. Now I have to go kill things and get blood vials for a while with this shitty controller. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Thinking about the user experience.
Granted, now I'm thinking about it. There's no way you could eat the blood vials, so there's no healing in this run. There's only rolling.
Yeah. No,
your life is rolling. Never mind. Yeah, you could do this in Bloodborne.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone on YouTube has already done this.
Yeah, probably.
We've only figured out
some guy won it with
rolling and being able to do damage. Like you can't interact with bonfires. You can't fast travel. You can't pick up items.
Yep.
You can't use soapstone.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I doubt you could actually beat the game.
Literally.
I guess. Oh no. You know what? You
I guess
could,
the
maybe
clicker.
clicking is also a macro for the talk to someone, like the A button.
I
or
guess,
whatever.
except that then you would probably end up in frustrating
Or
situations where you're trying to roll and you just interact
Double
with
click.
something.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say like the
Oh.
Apple EarPods.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
different clicks or different interactions.
Yeah.
How do I beat Dark Souls with a pair of Apple EarPods?
You don't.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Granted, someone beat Dark Souls with the bongo drums from that DK bongo drum.
Yeah.
Has anybody beaten Dark Souls with Hey Siri like voice commands? Hey Siri.
Oh wait, no, they have.
Yeah.
They have. There's a
I
guy who
think
beat
so.
it with like
Yeah.
text to speech or speech to text things where he was like roll, turn left,
Yeah,
attack,
I
attack.
remember this.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw only a clip of it, and it's him beating Ornstein and Small.
Wow.
Smow.
I always say Smo.
Smewe. Ornstein and Smewe.
Smelly.
Smewe.
Were you Stewie Griffin all of a sudden?
What's that?
Get away from me, fat man.
All right, that was some fruitful discussion of
Yeah.
this fidget spinner.